Good morning. How are you doing today, fifth grade students, or fourth grade students, excuse me, I gotta stop saying that, of Mr. Leggett's class. Gonna start things off with some place values. Just watch this. You don't need to do this, you're just watching, okay? So, the first place value we're going to do is 500 thousandths. So we're going to 100 thousandths, and we're gonna put 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there we have 500 thousandths. Say that in your head. 500 thousandths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next thing we're going to add to this is, let's add on 3 10,000ths, okay? 3 10,000ths. There's 1 10,000, 2 10,000, 3 10,000s. Now, what would we call 3 10,000s? Well, we go 10, 20, 30. So we have 30 thousandths right there, okay? Now let's add on 300ths. 100, 200, 300. How many hundredths? 300. So far we have 500,000, 30,000, 300. The next set of numbers we're going to add in are 5 tens. Now, tens are kind of tricky. You may have noticed over here, 3 10,000ths. We could say it in unit form, but we would say that in standard form, 30 thousandths. The same thing with our tens. 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. So here we have 10, 20, 30. So we have 3 tens is the unit form, standard form we just say 30. And finally, everybody loves the ones. Simple one, 1, 2, and 3. So here we have our number. Let's see how many we have. We have 3 ones, right? 3 tens, and those two together are 33. We're going to get on 3 hundredths, so now we have 333. Do we have any 1,000s? No. So what should we put there? If you said 0, you're absolutely correct. Now we have 10, 20, 30. We have the 0 there already, so 3 10,000ths, 30,000. And how many 100,000s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our number, and we know that our comma goes between the periods. Each set of numbers is a period, set of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And how would we say this number in standard form? We would say 530,333. Once again, you did not have to do any of that. That was just for your enjoyment. Let's skip on over to our application problem. Kind of funny, our application problem is about elefantes. Elephants. So let's get right to it. And we're going to start off reading this. Remember in Eureka Math, we read, we draw, we write. So let's take a look. There are about 41,000 Asian elephants. So let's underline that. That's something we know. And as part of that, we are going to circle 41,000 because that number is going to come into play, I have a feeling. There's also about 470,000, wow, African elephants left in the wild. So let's circle 470,000. Yikes. What they're asking is about how many Asian and African elephants are left in total, okay? So let's start off with our Asian elephants, okay? And take a pencil, and you're going to finish the columns here. 1, the 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones, okay? I've kind of separated the African and Asian elephants just to give us a little clearer idea of this. So let's see what we got going on. How many Asian elephants are left? About 41,000. That's not a whole lot. So 41,000s. I could do 41 here, but that would take a long time. So let's just do 4 10,000s. 1 10,000, 2 10,000s, 3 10,000s, and 4 10,000s. That's 40,000. But our total here is 41,000s, so let's add another 1,000. There we have it. We have 41,000 Asian elephants. Now, there's a lot of African elephants left in the wild, more so than our friends, the Asian elephants. How many are there? There's 470,000. So let's try this now. Let's do 400,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, and look what it says, 470,000. So we need to put in the 70. 1 10,000, 2 10,000, 3 10,000, 4 10,000, 5 10,000, 6 10,000, and 7 10,000. What does that equal? Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 70,000, because it's the 10,000s column. Over here in the 100,000s, we have 400. So our number's correct here for the African elephants, 470,000. But now we got to figure out how many are there together. Wow, how do we do this? Well, remember, when we have 10 discs in any place value, we bundle. So let's count out 10, okay, and see what we got here. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'm going to kind of make a crazy bundle here. There's the 4, and there's the 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I need that 10 right there. And where will this go now that we've bundled 10 10,000s? Remember, 10 ones is 10, 10 tens is 100, 10 hundreds is 1,000, 10 thousands is 1 10,000, 10 10,000s is 100,000. So we're going to put it right down here. That bundle is going right there. We could put it up top, but let's just put it right there. Now, it looks like there's no more bundling involved. So how many elephants, African and Asian, do we have left in the wild? Well, let's take a look. 0 ones, because this is just an estimate, 0 tens, 0 hundreds, 0 thousands. How many 10,000s? We bundled those 10 and shifted them over there, so they are bye-bye. We don't need them anymore because those 10 are represented by that 1. So there's only 1 10,000 left, right? Whoops, I'm so sorry. There's 1,000 left too. See, I got that 1,000 up there. So I have 1,000 left. You probably caught that. 1 10,000 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 500,000. Where do we put the comma? Remember, we just count over 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. 511,000 elephants. Okay. We're not going to write that because we don't have enough room, and we also don't have a lot of time. Let's move on. Normally we do the redraw, right? But just running out of time already. So let's go over here to our next page in your packet, and it says write 1,708. Okay, well, let's get started on that. And we'll just label this. We don't even need to label them. I think we know this well enough. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, right? So it's 1,708. We're going to put an 8 in the ones column. How many would we put in the tens? Well, I just see a 0 there, so nothing there. What about in the hundreds? The 8, the 0. Looks like there's 7 hundreds. I'm going to make that 7 look like that so you don't confuse it with my 1. And how many thousands? Just 1,000. Okay? So here we have it. We can even take a look with disk if we like, just to double check here. There's 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 ones. 0 tens. There's 7 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll do this 2 other ones over here since I don't have any tens to get in my way. There's 7 hundreds, and it looks like there's just what? 1,000. Okay? So you don't have these discs, but you can also just write this out, can't you? Let's go ahead and write it out. We have 8 ones, right? 8. We have 0 tens, so I'm not going to put in there. How many hundredths do we have? We have 7. So let's do this in standard form and put 700. And then we have, of course, 1,000, and we'll put that in 1,000. Now, why are we doing this, Mr. Leggett? Because I'm going to show you a new way that we call expanded form. Watch what happens. This is pretty exciting stuff. Something new for you. We do 1,000 plus, what do you think is going to come next? I would think it would be the 700. Do we need anything in the tens column? No. We can just put plus there. And what's left? Just an 8. And this is what we call expanded form. 1,708. 1,000 plus 700 plus 8 equals 1,708. What about this word form you've been hearing about? Well, we're going to deal with word form on the next problem. So go ahead and flip this page over. And it says write this number, 27,705. We're going to write this number. That's our task at hand. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Let's go through that again. Ones, tens, hundreds, 10,000s, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Mr. Leggett's got a little ahead of himself there. So what we're going to do is we're going to write this number down, okay? And let's go ahead and do that. And we'll start with the 5, the ones. There's 0 tens, right? 7 hundredths, 7 thousands, and 2 10,000s, okay? And now we're going to write these numbers down here below them. And let's just kind of, I know we might run out of room a little bit, but that's okay. We'll do it right here. So right here we have a 5. There's a 0, 0 tens. What does this 7 mean? Well, I know that it must be it's in the hundreds column, so it means 700. How about this one in the thousands column? Will that be 7,000? And here's the tricky one. 2 10,000s. What would that be? 10,000, 20,000. So it'd be 20,000. So we're going to write this in expanded form. We're going to start with the 20,000. 20,000 plus 7,000 plus 700 plus 5. Okay, we got that? So 20,000 plus 7,000 plus 700 plus 5 equals 27,000, there's our comma, 705. All right? So let's also do this in word form. This is something a little different too, where we actually spell it out. Are you ready? Here we go. You can still see your number, your top of your page. So I'm going to go to the bottom right here, and we're going to write this out, okay? So we're going to put 20, put my dash there. We put a dash between any number between 21 and 99 pretty much, unless this, well, we'll get there later. So we're going to put 27,000, and watch what happens here when we do word form. The thousands are done, so we're going to put a comma here. And then we're going to write 700 705. And there we have it, 27,705. 27,705. It's time to move on to a a word form, another word form. And let's look at this word form. It says 270,850. Wow, that could be difficult. Are there any ones? No, it's just 50. So I'm going to put a 0 there. How many tens would we put here? Well, if it's 50, I think we would put 5. How many hundreds? I could look up here and see it's 800. And how many thousands? 270. Well, I know this is my thousands block right here, so we could just put 270. Let's break this down, okay? Let's start with the 0. Do I need to put down any ones? No. How about the tens? 5 tens equals 50. 8 hundreds equals, go ahead and write it down if you're ahead of me, 800. 0 1,000s, right? How many 10,000s? 70, right? 1 10,000, 2 10,000, 3 10,000, 4 10,000, 5 10,000, 6 10,000, 7 10,000. 7 times 10 is 70. So we would put, and I'm going to try to make this fit, 70,000. But now we have this 200,000, right? How many 100,000s? We have 200,000s. So this is just going to simply be 200,000. Okay? So now let's do this in expanded form. Okay? We're writing in expanded form. Let's do it. So we're going to put, we already have it in word form up here, 270,850. If we add our comma right there, we'll have it in standard form. But now expanded form. Let's start at the 200,000 this time. What are we going to add to the 200,000? Well, 70,000. What will we add to the 70,000? What's next? No thousands. So we don't need to put 0 thousands. That'd be silly. We're just going to put 800. And what's after the 800? Well, our good friend, Mr. 50. And there we have it. 200,000 plus 700,000 plus 800 plus 50 equals this number in standard form. 270,850. Notice I didn't say that word and. So it's just 270,000 comma 850. So we have word form, expanded form, and standard form. Time to get to another number. All righty. Let's go ahead, and you have some disk on your table, I believe. I hope I had enough for everybody. So we're going to do 700,000. Well, let's go from the ones first. 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then we have 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 tens. We have 500s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many thousands do we have? Quite a few. We have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? And do we have any 10,000s? It doesn't look like. But we have 700,000. Hot diggity dog, that's a lot of 100,000s. So we'll say 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000. Look at this. There's our 700,000. There's our 8,000. There's our 500. There's our 70. And there's our 3. So what I'd like you to do at this time is kind of push these guys away. Don't need them anymore. Just want to show that visual representation. And we're going to actually write numbers in here now. 3 ones. How many tens? 7. How many hundreds? We just did that. 5. How many thousands? 8. How many 10,000s? 0. How many 700,000s? 7. So there's our number in standard form. I'm going to go ahead and write it down in standard form right now. 708,573. But where do I put my comma? Between the periods. Periods of numbers or digits are 3. 1, 2, 3. Looks like I have my number. 708,573. But we need to write this in in word form. There's expanded, there's standard. Let's do word. I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom. So we'll put 708,000. There's our 1,000 period. And I'll make a comma after that because I'm running out of room. And what are we left with? Well, there's our 708,000. We're left with 573. So we do 500. You'll notice there's no dash between the hundreds. 70 dash 3. So that's the word form. 708,000 right there. 573. And let's just do those columns down here so we could really see. 708,573. There we have it. Let's go back again. This is called expanded. This is called standard. And this is called word. All right? Please log on to Cool Math while I finish with the third graders. Thank you so much. You've been a great audience.